They push. They are watching there. We can collect information. Charging, I mean, is when we are starting to charge, and then when we are, I don't know how to say exactly. I'm charging is when you start to make the movement, and then here, of course, here is like a top level. But little things that we can talk with our players with 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That they need to start to hear about that, and then naturally they will do it natural, and some of them maybe they will need an extra workout to have this on their skills. Okay, a bit of how should be the situation. Should be important orientation. It's important. The second, indirect and indirect vision, coordination, decision making, the choice, and then the technical execution. When we talk about the middle, to attack the spaces, watch the opponent block, if the position for is closed, or the opposite is closed, and then the tempo in the air. And for the outside hitter, understand the pass before, what has happened before, the orientation of the approach, identify the parabola, and then watch the effect. No more than we did talk before. And the idea is to do like exactly what we did in this one. So we start from individual practice, something that is outside and analytic, that we did with Pepper, attack and defense, then some tactical complex, and then try to finish with something competitive.
I see that the subject of tempo in the air is very crucial. How would you train that? How to train that exact specific thing, the tempo in the air?
There is a little thing, a little change that I did during the practice, because the players, they were at the boxes.
Yes.
They were on the box, waiting the ball like this, then they do the movement.
Yes.
There's a moment that I changed, I told them, okay, wait for the ball here. The idea is that players with good coordination and with good jump, they can have, you can have a better sensation that they use the tempo in the air.
But when you combine all the chaos and randomness of the play, how does the player maintain this notion in the head, you know?
You have to be one thing.
Sorry?
You have to be at one thing. You mean that how keep the players doing that?
Yes, during the whole skill, not very isolated in this situation, you know? So when I'm on the box, I'm thinking about this, but then when you combine it with the other phases of the skill, how to maintain it in the head, you know? That's my question.
You cannot do, because normally practice like this, I don't do like all the exercise in the same direction.
Okay.
You choose a day that somebody has this problem and stay near.
Okay.
It's just stay near. Keep the focus taking only to do that, and it's being so near, because players they easy. Because when they attack, they want to make a point.
Yeah.
And if they do the tempo and they receive a block, because normally when they do the tempo, the ball, what happens with the ball?
A little bit go down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this, a little bit go down. So the bad, fast result, his brain is like, they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that next ball, the ball is coming and they attack before, to don't let the ball go down. And the information that we should give the players is no, keep doing the same. You are going to improve the tempo, you are going to improve the coordination. That's why you need to be near. And not always to do that with all the players. If you focus in this indirect or direct or indirect vision, you can choose one player one day. You don't have to be like all the players same day. One player is not doing, you go there, he make a mistake, then you play, stay near with him and do the focus with only one player. So this should be the progression in a practice. Okay? About what we did today, there were not too many questions after the practice, because there were some questions, but about perception, everything is welcome, but it's going to be after the piece of speech. The idea of this speech is no more than tell you exactly how I prepare a game. the way that we prepare a game. My club is going to be this season and last season. Every year I change a lot because all the teams are different and the capacity of understanding is different and age is different. I was coaching senior, but I was coaching senior with women senior with like 6 players over 52, that is a lot. 39, 36, 37, 32, 33, that they have a kind of understanding. I was coaching female under 21 national team, so not every time you can tell the same story. So what I try to do is to adapt. You should do the same. I'm going to explain what I do now at my level and the way I do it. But many times I change it depending on the capacity of the players of understanding. Because it's not important what we know. The most important is what we think that they are going to understand. Because I can have like a beautiful, like a beautiful middle part, I can have this and beautiful, and you can add, you click here, there is a video appearing. It's like a NASA and everything. But the most important is what they can understand. This is the most important. What happened? That we use the game plan plus the week to make my players understand the game. So imagine this is average week, this is an opponent. If we are going to play with average week, with them, okay, I will give them this I can give this Friday or Saturday. But during the week, I practice this, what is written there, I practice this and I help the players, my players, to understand the game plan. It's not because to do that, it's not easy, but that's job to do.
This is opponent.
Yeah? I will explain now. But I can give them, but then the best take this and look better, look nice, but they take 10%, 50%, maybe middle, I will explain now. Maybe middle understand this, maybe middle they pay attention to this, maybe receivers they pay attention to something like that, maybe service. The idea is that to give a game plan that my players, any kind, any size, any level, they can understand. Okay? Lucky to have players that can understand something like this that is not too complex, but we think it's complete. Normally we have more information than that.
Can you please explain each one of the squares over there?
Yeah,
Those. In a very simple way, just to...
See, normally we, to understand the distribution of the setter, if you see this is setter one, okay? So this is the way that the opponent team, they do the transition after reception, okay? Then to make difference, what we do? We make difference. That the reception is double positive and positive, or double positive or positive.
Ah, okay.
Okay? Double positive, positive, clamative. Yeah, more or less?
Yeah.
See? If this is a volleyball net, okay, if this is a volleyball net, to understand how the setter is playing, we use a system that is, we call double positive, that we could say from here. This is double positive. So every time that the setter is there, is double positive. We can say like perfect system. Okay. Then we have that is this one. Then we have positive. That is from here to that to here. And any place here that the setter touch the ball is positive. what we do is to give information to the players because we try to combine both and then separate. Normally, it depends the level of my team, I combine. I just combine and I say reception system or off system. This we can add because we have exclamative that they call exclamative. So anything here, like around 3 meter line, and here, maybe here is exclamative. Okay. Like this, we know that if we talk about exclamative, the reception should be around here, near 3 meter line, with a good house. And then more than that is negative. Reception is negative. Okay? There is one more that is reception, double negative is when they make a reception and it's an ace. That can be a ball on the floor, a ball on the corner. It's a reception negative. So normally, to my middle, when I explain that, we don't talk about this reception or this reception because if the ball is negative, normally it's a high ball and it's easy to follow. Okay? Normally we talk about these two combined. And then we separate. So we say, if reception is double positive and positive, okay, fish playing for is 3-5 in position. But in this rotation one, when reception is perfect, so he cannot be more perfect than this one. For example, in this rotation, he was not playing with the middle. He was maybe using the middle to play one-on-one. But when he had the reception in this area, okay, not out of system, not perfect in the system, he played more middle. So this is information for us, and then we can share. At my level, I have middle blockers that they understand. The good thing is they don't become crazy. And then we talk about the calls, the setter calls. I have said that normally we have more info in both than say 4 bien 13 y 6, we have 16 balls, you see 16 balls. It depends again, we have much more, much less, depending what they play. But here, if we talk about the calls, we know that in this rotation, the center Jovanovic, he played the 75% of the time, he called one, middle. Okay? And then when he called middle one, he played only 8% of the time. Only 8%.
Those are, this is that data for one game. That you
Normally
play?
we use 3 games.
The last 3 games or the game you play against them?
Last 3 games.
Last 3 games.
We separate. The last 3 games, and if there is any weak team, we cancel.
I understand, but and also if you play already the first round, you take.
We use it as reference.
Okay.
But sometimes, if you play the same team normally we are in between 8 games or 9 games, depending.
I
The
understand.
championship can be like 3 months. So sometimes, depends the championship.
But maybe they use a tactic against you,
See?
so we have to.
That's what we use it as reference. We watch what they do, and then we watch.
Compare
this,
with
and then we compare. Okay. And then we know that in this rotation, only 3 times of 16 they call the shoot, and when he called the shoot, he played like this. He played 1 5, 1 shoot, 1 7, and 1 behind. But for example, this one is important. It's called 75% of the time. It's a lot, okay, and only 8% back. Then we have this info. We show
I think
we show the middle, and then we get
K1 is complex one on free ball. K1, K2.
K1 is the call. No, it's not the complex. It's the
K1.
one.
Call.
Second.
Okay. Call. Okay.
Yeah, because many countries K1 is side out, and K2 is. But in this case, no. We have an Argentinian scouter.
I understand.
He did national team, and he called the 1 is K1,
Yeah, but most scouts K1 is one.
But in Spain they use also the K1, K2, K3, and K4 for.
Change the depending on the scope. Normally, sometimes teams they do cube. They use the cube. Others they use the J
Okay.
and this topo. He was doing the scouting of the team who won this season.
And it's about side out. You're talking about
Only side out.
Okay.
This one is solid side out. So there the graphic is this kind of three-dimensional, and you can see it's written at the publicity, but it is only for marketing. Okay? Written behind the publicity about the game 6 away, blah blah blah. Okay? Then we have a list of the player, a list of the player, the libero, different color, and then we put the player exactly the way they do the transition after the cycle. Okay? And we use the cones and the lines to show the main direction. And more than that, we add there the information that we think is important for them in this rotation. What we say, for example, in this rotation we pay attention our priority, middle and position 4 and front. So we learn from thinking that behind is going to play only 3 balls. Just, okay, not only about the numbers, sometimes it depends on what the play is. But only 1 ball with a positive, 2 balls with a double positive, but in this situation, thinking that the reserve is not going to play with double positive, our middle is not jumping, our middle is waiting. So we should do double double. We can add in a little bit of information saying that can play pipe side out and transition. A rotation that we have some pipe in system, and we know that in transition, even if it's not written here, we know that he played the pipe. What I like to call is to say is that service, and it's written, service is tactic to number 6 opponent in position 1. It's mean that do your serve, be aggressive, play aggressive, go to your position. You are a jump server, 6-1, go 6-1. You are a good floater, you have a good flow, 5-5, do your serve. But if tactic, serve to position 1. I don't oblige my players. Now we serve in 1, now we serve in 6, now we serve short. It's free if they are going to perform his good serve. And then I add that if in this rotation you have to do a tactic serve because you don't feel comfortable, because there is a moment of the set you have a good line of block or whatever, then you know that you can serve in position 1, thinking that there is a place, there is a piece of the floor like here. I don't know if you can see this. It's a piece of the floor that is different, even short in position 4 to make the middle touch the ball. We add, if there is more information, we add that the same distribution if they change the opposite. They were playing with Y6 as opposite, that they have a second opposite, the short. And the idea is they don't change the center too much, that if they change the opposite, they are going to have the same distribution. What else? Then in the last part, we will add the way we block and sometimes the way we defend. So we know that in position 4, okay, in their position 4, with the opposite number 15, Y6, we block 1 and fist. I have three ways to, 3 goals, how to make a sign for the block. 1, can see more or less? Yeah. If they attack in position 4, okay, if we call fist, in my team, if they call fist, the line has to be close. One player or 2 players has to be close.
It already happened yesterday. It's okay. We are used to it.
It's a big scale. Now I don't have a microphone. It's a laptop.
גל מוכן לספרינט.
Okay, fist, we call fist, close the line. In any position, we close the line. If we call one, is that we leave one space, maybe sorry, bigger, for one defender. Okay? Then we leave one space for one defender. If we call two, we leave two spaces for a possible two defender. And then this is the call, then we choose if we send a player or we keep the player, and then we choose if we keep this player or we play with this player inside. So it's not really connected. The block is saying what they do, and then the defense they choose tactically if stay in the position or step to inside, or stay in the position and 6 has to come and help. Okay? Then we have one more that is like this, what we call approach, that is always thinking about the approach of the spider. This approach, or this approach change the position to position, starting position. So we don't close the line or the diagonal. We just focus on approach, and if he runs like this, you need to be exactly in the center of his approach. And then they can change, but if they change, then we will put players. So we have 4, that is fist, the line close, 1 line for one defender, 2 a line much more open, and then we choose if 2 defenders, 1 defender inside, and then the approach that will depend on the approach of the spider. What happens that when we call approach, is the different one. When we call the approach and they start to be like a big, because if he does like this, it's more simple to be organized. But if he runs too much like this, then it starts to change. Then it's the ability of the defender to read what they call and to understand the position. Okay? This one is a bit more common. So this is what we do in the last part. In position 4, we devise it, we block 1 or fist, thinking that he's going to attack. As you can see, this cone here between 6 and 1 main. What we always say is that, guys, I have no idea where he attacks. I don't know. I don't have a ball that we can know he's going to attack the line. No. We have some information, or we have many information, or we have a lot of information that we know that this is his first attack. And he wants to do that. And then the situation can take him to do something different. What happened? They used to say at the beginning, after 1 month and a half, they don't say anymore. Attacking position 4. I said, block fist. Okay? Block fist, that is, close the line. And then the ball is not here, then the ball is here. And then they go here to block the line. And they are out of the position. If they want to block the line, they have to be exactly in a position in front. They cannot be there near the antenna, so I mean here near the antenna or near the antenna, they have to make. If he does this movement, they have internal rotation, they should be there waiting for the ball. So if they are going to block line or diagonal or fist or 1, always depend the distance with antenna. And this is something that takes time. Blocking is a difficult skill, really difficult. So
Thank you for being here. I don't know if it's
Yeah, it's gold ring. Yeah.
In which age young players start to work in this program? When they start to learn this statistics in top level, like the national team, under 21, under 18, and under 1?
Okay. Something like this, you can give even before 21, under 21, under 19. You can give something like this. Because at some point they are there, they have some habit to understand what is a double positive or positive. At least in Spain, we worked at this section that under 19, even with 18 years old, I had, when I was coaching under 17, it was not so complex. But we talked about the reception and the quality of the reception. The idea is that you can prepare a game at any age. Any age. I mean, not 8, 10, 11, 9, you know? But 13, 14, 15, but you don't prepare a game. Maybe you don't give a paper. Now we don't give a paper. We send by WhatsApp, we send and we have a PDF. Okay? And the idea is that top level, I do that, I give that to other two. But in a different level, you have to reduce it. But players have to go there, it's not playing the stage. They are playing always. They always playing against somebody. They are not playing against them. In volleyball, there is a net, and in the other side, you have to play against somebody. And it's something that we have to teach our players, that to try to play in your side, thinking in the other side. Under 17, I have something similar, a bit less complex with this information. But we talk about double positive and positive. Okay? What else? And then we go to in position 2, at the last thing, in position 2, with the reserve real setup, with Monel, with the German, we block 1. As you can see, there is the graphic is attacking to the line. There is a little arrow here that he can change the ball, but we know that he changed the ball with this arrow that he can do to should give for the defender. And more or less, this okay. And here we put the minute. So there is 2 minutes in the line. Then we add here to the minute. If the middle is super important, we do by rotation. We take his rotation and the way he attacks his rotation. If the middle is normal, we can just see here, with Ureña, he's mainly in position 5. It doesn't matter. You can see 1 or 2, 3. He was not a player, big calls. And if there is something important, we go to other rotation.
Yeah. I want to ask about the middle. Because you see today, some middles blow two hands open. Brazilian some do you teach that and how do you call that? This is one question. The other one, when you say position 2, you block the line. Normally, what you see in high-level games, they leave the line open, not because they don't get there, but because they cannot reach with the block to break the line, so they leave the line open. In position 2.
I do it by system. Okay. If we talk about the middle, I let my middle and I push my middle that they have to jump, hands open, when they are middle to middle, but only if they are in the center of the court. If they are here in the center, and the middle is 1, they can go 2 balls in between. And with my middle, they run to one side or to the other side. They are not allowed to put the, like I say, the thumbs.
No, sure. I'm talking about blocking the middle.
But when they jump middle to middle, only when they are in the center, they have 2 balls in between.
And we work on that?
Yeah, and then we put 6 in the middle, in the center. I only move position 6 to 6-1 when my middle, when the other middle is shoot and my middle is not following the shoot. This we do by system. We have a call to follow or not to follow. So you can make a call as you want. If my middle follows, so if my middle he does like this, every year it changes. If my middle he does like this, it says that he's going to follow. So position 6, stay. Stay or he can go there. If my middle do like this and say it's not following, then there is a should change my position. But to your question, if there is a center call and this middle against middle, the center, they open and then he stays. If he goes there, my 6 goes there. If he's coming here, my 6 comes here. And then will depend if the middle follows or not follows. And there is an extra, to be an extra with the game plan. Yeah? So this is, we change the rotation. I'm not going to explain all the play. I want to change the rotation that to see if there are some like little difference. Because in this case, for example, we have K3, that is the middle back. The middle is going back. That he called only once, and he did that to play from. Normally, this call, a lot of people, they don't accumulate here, they can call back, and then they go from. What happened in rotation 3 and 6? Rotation 3 and 6, you have a tall middle, they have more problem. A tall middle they have from here, and more problem to go to the other side of the motion. So normally they like to go near. Or you have a fast middle, and they can go push or double push to the other side. But in this case, for example, they have a middle back that normally appear in this rotation and rotation 3. And we have with all the reception double positive and positive. With only those reception, okay, this is the distribution, a lot of in the middle, and then for he did with the perfect, 60% with the middle, and with the positive 60%, 66 and 60. So, and then with all this information, with the K1, he played a lot, with the K3, we remember, and the next step we go to see what he did. And then, after reading, we put the information. Then we play period, middle, and 4, and we can jump with the middle. It means that all my middle blocker take big decision, and they are able, if they want to take the decision to jump. Normally, I try not to coach with the stick and tell them every time. We have some signs for them to understand, but in this rotation 6, they know that they can jump with the middle. In this case, this is exactly only for this rotation, that maybe in rotation 6, when middle is going here, he attacks in this direction. Okay? You can call the middle back, but not the 7. If middle back, okay, we jump directly with it. And then no pipe inside out, as you can see, there is no pipe inside out, and then the same speed. Serve, if tactic, this is super important. Serve, if tactic, then 2 reserve front, 2 volleys. Okay? And then the last 2, information about the attack. Number 7, position 4, we block 1 or 2. Volte has a good diagonal, or good diagonal, and for him, we don't block the fist. We let Golding to make this movement. That Golding attack the line? Yes. Golding attack the line, yeah, for sure. But we cannot be every time exactly where he's going to attack because we have no idea. But we have to press Golding to the diagonal. And if he attacks the line, he will make a point, okay? Yeah, for sure. He's going to make 2 points, okay? Patient. There is a moment that we decide to change. But we cannot follow. This is the worst in volleyball, is to follow, and good players, we cannot follow. Now they attack the line, we block the line. Now short diagonal. Now I take my middle to do like this. Now he's going attacking finger. Now we don't jump, or it's impossible. We have to be patient. Block is difficult. We have to be patient. We have to press players to do things and then wait for the result. Till the moment that we have to change. And then Weissig, number 15, opposite in position 2. we block 1, 2, thinking that have a good cross court and has a good external rotation too, but we want to defend this external rotation. This is mainly the way we organize, the way we serve, we block, and setter distribution. And then we leave like other rotation, nothing more than other rotation. Then there is a moment that in one rotation we give a big space, we give an extra of information. Okay? If we give an extra of information, then we add something that is not in this rotation. Okay? Because for example, in this rotation we play middle and fourth, Goldring of course, as important always in this team, and much less with the opposite. Then we write the info. But there is a general info about the team, for example, that he's playing more pipe with Goldring. And every little phrase that we write is that to make the leader remember that in any case they have to be aware that Goldring can come on pipe. And we don't need that they remember all the time, every time. If they call 7, it's not important. So in this team, if they call 7, we do like this, we don't follow. This is an important information. Only follow the middle if near the net and side out. So if there is a side out and the ball is near the net, they can follow more or less, but not in transition. Golding as a ball reserve, sorry, we have only a libero, but you have a Golding only a libero. Golding is always the worst. For example, in France, they are Olympic champion. They have 3 reserves, there is 1, there is worse. Even 1%, but it's worse for sure. I mean worse. Sorry to say. It's a team organized with the tips. So with the high ball, we don't use the tip. It's like kind of forbidden. We try to replay it even if far. We try to do the recycle. Okay. In transition, we can play ball middle. It means that if we have some transition, it's not 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5. We can add the transition with the middle. Setter repeats only with the wing spiker. Sorry, I need a G here. I forgot. So setter, when somebody makes a mistake, then he can repeat again. We have a lot of information. A lot of information. We give it a test only a little bit. We have the information too when what does the setter do at the end of the set? What does the setter do at the beginning of the set from 0 to 8? We have the most stupid information that you can imagine. We have information if receiver, after receiving, if he attacks or not. If he attacks or not. If he attacks inside, or he receives inside, or he receives outside. We have a lot of information, then we only write what we think is important and what we think that they can understand. Libero is solid in reception. So sometimes we say, leave the libero alone. We play with the other, then at the end of the set, maybe he can make some mistake. Not the end in this case. Libero is solid. And all high balls in position 4, our defender in 6, we move long in 6-5. You saw today we were moving 6-5 or 6-1, the defender in 6. In this case, with Goldring has a good diagonal and high, and Hone, they like attack to the middle and to find a long lockout through position 5. So when we are defending a high ball, position C has to go for reinforce this position 5.
So, general question. You give this information, then comes the game. Do you give the players freedom to do it or not to do it, or make a decision, or when do you intervene? You know what I mean? Because when I see matches now in World Championship, okay, it's not this club team, but still the coaches and the coaches during the game, they don't give much information, even nothing, you know. Especially Americans, let's say, he's not even going to the timeout, you know. Coach Pirai never did go to timeout, maybe a little bit, but nothing. So
this is complex with the days. playing and understand the game, they can easily find a solution. So not the game that they did today, giving the ball. They have a problem, they don't know what's happening, then they have to solve the situation. I tell you, if you, okay, not for the kids, they are kids, okay? But in the same exercise, same, that they don't know. You take the female team of Italy, or the team of the USA, Italy, and you do the same, and you give them the ball like this, and you go out, I tell you, minute and a half, they do it. Minute and a half. Today, I said, those kids, they did average. I have worse and I have better than it's the way that they solve situation and the information that coach give before the game make the player understand. What I always say about that is that if we are going to jump in the middle, because in rotation, it is in rotation free, middle, okay, middle not too much. Imagine, we are going to jump in the middle in rotation free. We are 0-0. My middle cannot be full. No, I didn't tell my middle to do 0-0. I tell my middle, understand the game. You know that he can play middle, and in an important moment, you are going to take important decision. What happened that? So at some point, at this level, players they are adapted. And what is going to do the Checo? The Checo is going to play middle in rotation 6. He lies. Yes, he lies. But the Checo is going to set, and before to touch, if the other middle make like this, like 1 centimeter, he knows. This is different. The vision. He knows that the middle is going to do like this. Not because the coach told him, because he has the ability that while touching the ball, see. For example, if the middle is like this, they do like this to jump, he knows. Then the moment that he's going to set, okay, rotation 6, middle, the moment that the other middle do like this, then clap, you change the ball. So at some point it's so adaptive that we have to coach the player to understand the game, understand the situation. In this case, we add like a system, because not always we do like this, how to make defense against the opposite second line. This is setup 3, so not only in any situation that the opposite was attacking second line, we do this kind of defense. Line open, position 2 is coming, position 1 I like, with the corner. Opposite second line, okay. Line should be open, middle arriving, defender in 5, waiting for the hard attack. Defender in 2, coming if necessary to take this tip. So he start approach, is not going there, start approach, and he can stop here, last time, or he knows that if the ball, the tip is here, it needs to come, okay. 6 is free, in the sense that it depends the ball, it depends the block, it depends many situations, okay? And that where is untouchable, that there is a line, like not the shape, like a straight line between the spiker and the corner here has to be my position 1. This is the way I set. This one is fixed, this one is fixed, he's coming, and this one, it depends the ball, the block, if there is a fault. Okay, this one is a bit more free. So with this sense, in this case, with this player, okay, this is the diagonal, this is the way that an extra, or we always fix, we do the defense against the basic, the opposite function. And then the same info for the rotation, attacking, serving, blah blah blah, information about the coach. In this case, the handicap of the coach is only one near the center. Not much info there, same info, but we add something very important about the center. Okay, we add that the center line, the number 11 center Jovanovic lines long distance. and he does inside out or transition. So we make a mirror picture where he can set from here to here, or he can set from here to here. Okay? Something well. About this one, more or less, sometimes we use the data volley graphic, or like this is data volley picture. Sometimes we use for the direction only data volley graphic. I like to change during the season. I never do this one. I can do October, November, December. In January, I change. I change because I take this out. Maybe I put server or I put whatever. I like to change a lot because if not, the players they lose the.
How many days before the match?
How many?
How many days before the match to send it?
Normally
3 days?
2 days.
2 days.
But they have info report. I will.
Yeah, but this is like, and this is every slice is one position, and what do you expect from them to understand? Let's say 60%, 100%, 50%.
I expect that they understand 80%
80%.
by position. By position. Because I will show you later that if I want my setters understand the way we have attack. And this they have to understand a lot. I want my receivers understand the way they serve. So if we give this, my 2 liberos and the 3-4 receiver, this is not. They need to know 85%, 90%. I don't need my middle blocker. I will talk about middle blocker about this. Even with the side out, I will explain later how I do it. Even with the side out, I don't explain my libero of the side out of the set. This is a general information that when I talk with the team, it's like tack, 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 10 minutes, if there is all the team. But if I have the middle blocker, I spend 25 minutes or 30 minutes or maybe more only talking about that. And my middle, they have to understand this clear. But my libero, they don't care. I mean, they don't care. They care in the sense that they are playing, but I don't spend my time with my liberos explaining, talking about the center hands. I spend time with my liberos, you have to understand that. Yes or yes. See.
Do you use the laptop to the game and the assistant coach before each serve just reminds the receivers where the serve is going, where the center balls are in each position, because they won't remember 80%. I don't think so.
About the serve?
About the center call, which position in the serve.
Normally during the game, something that we show a lot is the center distribution to the game, but only to the middle during the game. Because during the game, receivers, they know better than me about the serve. Sometimes I go to the players, to receiver, to libero, and I ask them how are they serving. Yeah, sometimes I go to the libero and say, who is serving better? Because if I want to call a timeout at the 2020, 21, 22, sometimes I have a perception, but I'm watching the setter, I'm watching my libero, I'm watching my spiker, I'm remembering the game plan, I'm watching the direction, I'm watching that my middle is not going to the left, and a lot of, sometimes if I want to really connect what is happening, I go to my libero and say, who is the best server? And somebody said, oh, number Goldring 5, he's killing us in the last 3 serve. I know that. The moment that I come, Goldring and serve, time out. Because at that level, they know, sometimes they know better than me. I'm not afraid to go on a player and ask them how they feel it. Even for the setters. There is a 22, 22, 24, 24. I go, I take the center, and I don't tell him what to do. I do like this. I make this sound. I don't know. Like waiting for him to give an answer. And then if he has a fast answer, I said, go do it. If he said like, I don't know, coach, what do you think? Then it's me who take, okay, I think you have to do this and this, be careful, that. But sometimes when they play, they know better than me what is happening. I have a better perspective of all what is happening. Okay, my side, the
If
other
you have an
side.
assistant coach on the bench and they take
Yeah.
care of the stuff,
We have an assistant that normally they show this, but normally we don't show the direction of the attack. They know, we know, it's not that we show. Sometimes we show direction of attack if there is a new play on the court. Okay. So, more or less, understand this game plan. We have like two. Now this for the second, and it's not completely going to be 1 or 2 minutes. About this is clear that we control more info, but I like by position, we like to give them exactly what you need. You are a setter, I will talk to you about your position. How you have to block in your position. I'm not going to tell you 10 minutes how to block the opposite if you are a setter. I'm going to tell you how to block in your position. I will tell you if you have to be close to help the shoot or not, or you have to be in a position to make a good crossover. I will tell you how to read this ball in position 4, because goal green, you cannot go directly diagonal. Goal green, you have to go to the position, and you jump a bit to inside. If you go directly diagonal, it's going to break the floor. So in any position, I told you exactly what to do, and I try not to make 10 minutes talking to you about the serve if you are a middle blocker. Only somebody make a short set.
In this rotation, set is to, let's assume that your
This one?
there, let's assume that the team also is set small. Okay? You just mentioned that you're telling a setter if they're joining the shoot or not. In the situation where the position setter is from, is position 2 joining the shoot or 4?
Don't get the question, sorry.
In block.
We are in block.
We are in block. Their setter is front.
The center from, like now. Yeah.
Yes. Who's joining the block in the shoot?
Who is?
Joining the block when they go shoot.
It depends the system. I can tell my middle follow or not to follow.
Yeah, but someone can join. He said, are you joining the setter? Maybe joining
If the center helps
or
not.
4.
or position 4.
Yeah.
לא, 4 לא פחות.
Yeah, normally.
אבל אם הוא פוזיציה סגור בטוח.
לא. 4 לא פחות. רק המוסר יכול.
תלוי מאיפה הוא מוסר, באיזה אזור של רשת. פשוט לעבור את זה באזור מסוים.
You mean center from?
האם יש לזה שאלה? במיוחד זה נשים שזה...
Let's stay in English.
אני לא אומר את זה.
Center from. No? And with the center from, there is a shoot. On the other side. No? So this is Jovanovic. Okay? Normally, middle is here, and they can follow or not, because I can tell my middle to stay, follow or don't follow. Then we have position 2. That my position 2, my center, I told him, help or don't help. Okay? And then position 4 has to be in a position that what I do. If the middle is going 1, he stay close. If the middle is going, like you say, is going shoot, then he stay in the same position 2. Pay attention to the center if the ball is like near the net, or make a crossover or lateral. Or crossover or lateral, in this case, to Hornet. Here is Hornet, here is Golden. If shoot, he will stay or not, then I will tell him to follow or not. As I was remembering in the game plan, the shoot is not important, so we don't follow. Okay? But they have to stay in this situation. But position 4, never more than here. Yeah, of course, you make a tactical serve, you mean here. If you make a tactical serve, then everything changes. Then the information changes. Exactly. But What I do is with the shoot, if the middle goes far from this, then we have center 5.2. Okay? Did I answer the question? Yeah, good.
What kind of information you give to your sector about the office, our office? Speak about what they're doing, if they do this, the other is doing this or this.
We are going to see now exactly this. Because we have a game plan for that. Okay? Yes? Clear? I don't want, because I have the reception and then I have exactly this. Okay, then we have the info for receivers and liberals. When we watch the serve, normally middles can see or not, I don't mind. This is information for receivers, all receivers and liberals. Okay, so we put the picture, we add a little information about how they do it, and then it should be normally seen.
I have one more question. For this and for the, is it matter whether the attack succeed or not, or just where the attack?
Not for me.
Not for me. Because I asked you that because when we were speaking with a coach here from Serbian coach, we spoke about serve, how it's making difference. And he said, okay, when I serve the ball, for example, when I serve in this situation the ball to one, they play many balls to position 4, but they're not succeed. So we take in mind whether that they succeed in their attack more than how many balls are going to the. They say, okay, they give a lot of balls, but the percentage is low.
But we have, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
This is what he's doing.
But we have to follow the law. So if the center, when the serve is in position 2, they do like this, many of them, they do like this. Okay. Even if at the end this ball in 4 has a low percent, might 35%, 40%, that was positive, for me it doesn't matter. Because if the center he does like this and he set it 4, for me what is important that we have a double block in position 4. And then if we have a double block, maybe that's why it's not doing the point. We don't follow in system a block, we don't follow good percentage of the other. We follow seller distribution. And then we are double, we will take some more. Imagine, when the ball is here, and he has like this, in position 4, he has, imagine, 70% in position 4. And he has a 30% one. No? So, like this, imagine, this is center, and the serve is here. Many centers, what they do is the ball is here, and they set here 70% of the times. But many, this percent is mine. Double positive is 30. 30% double positive, the point. So from his 100% of the times, he makes only 30. And imagine that sometimes he set back, back, and he had, imagine like 20% of the time, and he has the 80% of the points. But he attacked 7 of 10, he attacked 2 of 10. I don't follow
You go to the
this percent. I follow this percent. Okay. So with the reception, it's simple. This is something simple that the way they serve, some info, 1 or 2 direction, not too much. Same for our players. Normally we have a bench player that they go serve or whatever, third middle, for receiver, blah blah blah. Okay, now
Excuse me? Carlos, there are 2 different colors in the row arrows here.
exactly. The blue one is the main one, and the red one is the secondary
Choice.
Exactly. And sometimes we give a little information about the position. For example, in this case, the Dureña, it has a float serve. They have to attention to the line and long. Attention to the line and long. So they have to control the shoulder line. Because from his position, more than the shoulder, the position that we have is up. So sometimes I talk about the line of the shoulder that to let the ball go. Because he likes to serve. This one, he was like a good and solid serve. But he's mainly young. Okay? Now we go to the question about this is not less normal to have this program. This attacking plan against his rotation. I took like I'm not going to take like 6 rotation, but this is every rotation. What we normally do is during the week, at the beginning of the week, we send our setters, we send a video of the way they block in position C. In this case, the way they block in position C, in goal rotation. Okay? So we can see if opposite is closed or setter is open. If you say if the middle jumps or not, you like to jump or not. So we send our setters, and even for us, we send a video how the opponent block the ball in system. We give a paper, to them, then we meet them at the end of the week. So they watch the video, they take the paper, they add some info, me too, and then we go together. And on Friday, Thursday, Friday, we go to a room, we watch the video together, we watch like 5-6 balls per rotation, then we share info, and we say, this is what was. What I see, the opposite is tall, is organized, it helps or not, even the middle, they have a middle is 2 meter 10, 2 meter 11, but he never jumps. He stay like this, he's so in the position. So we put the picture, we give a paper like this, like clean, they do all rotation, then we meet and we have we do together the meeting. Then we create together the game plan. So we act, for example, for the Waratsi, for the opposite. That is tall, is organized, and helps to the middle. So it means that normally is good helper. Okay? Jean Pascal is tall, super tall, never follow, and never jump to the middle. Individual skills.
It's not good for me. It's always, you always respond, not for me.
Exactly. He will wait. And then with Bruno, for me one of the best players in the last 10 years in Spain is Bruno. It's amazing position for him, it's amazing. It's small, he have a good hands, we're talking about block, good hands, but it's worse in transition. It's worse in transition because when he's inside out, he has a good position, then he makes a good crossover. But if something happens, when he recovers the position, he blocks with the lateral. So if you are small and you block with the lateral, you are dead. Okay? And in this case, I had an opposite. It was Matthew Nims, 373 reach. 373, so it was flying amazing. Okay? So if Bruno is lateral with the opposite 373, you don't touch the ball. Okay? So after saying that, we make some arrows. So red arrow, please don't do it. Okay? Orange is be careful, and green arrow is like better to do. Better, exactly. So we did that. Pipe near opposite, up the top, this red at the top. Pipe near the opposite, no, because if the opposite helps and the middle is not jumping, we're going to have a big problem. Then the lower arrow, the orange, okay. You can do a bit better, thinking that Bruno, he can help, but it's not so big, okay? Then we know that red, you don't call the center near the Jean Pascal, is 2 meter 11, don't go don't go on him. I can send after that. I can send
Okay.
the same PDF. I can send to Ori. I can share with all of you. All of you. See? So we don't send our middle vocal to the 2-meter-11 middle, and we can play these two bars opposite or position 4. Okay. Then after that we write. Attention, middle is not jumping and really tall to be that. With him we play long distance. No middle in the center of the chord. Okay? In transition, after defense, middle far from Bruno. So we have to send the middle far from Bruno, and then we play over Bruno. He does lateral step. Okay? Pipe near 6-5 the pipe 6-5 should not be in our system. And then high balls, we can play dirty with opposite. Because, for example, opposite is tall, disorganized, but we can play like dirty. If you go strong on pin, this is exactly what he wants. Then we do that with all the rotation. This is, for example, this rotation 4. To feel the difference. Now we change the middle. We have Ramos. But Ramos, he cannot be better than Ramos. I love Ramos. I love good players. And he likes to, he's good running, he reads a lot, but he's not at all. So in this rotation with 7, you can see that we can play with Ramos in the center, we can play with Bruno, we can play there. But the 2 pipe near 6-5 or near 6-1, okay, these two, Ramos is good reading, he can pass the ball. If we go to other, you can see them. Just to see the difference, red, orange, or green. And I tell you, this is something that looks like players, they are not going to remember the arrow with red or orange. The players, they are going to remember that if they do like this, I have Sonka. I have Sonka, okay, I will try not to play Sonka. Okay, I will try to play with Bruno is here. If I have a tall middle blocker like Jean-Pascal, if I have near Jean-Pascal, okay, I will not play this ball. I'm going to play long distance. If I have a setters, you understand the game. So, green, and then from here start to be red, be careful with the pipe. Then we try a ball middle in the center, position 4, block it 1-on-1, helping the pipe, and hit in the middle. Setter has the best option in this rotation. What does it mean? It's just like 0-0, you cannot do like this. 0-0. You have to work on the game to at the end to reach the moment to know that when you play in 4, it's going to be 1-on-1. It's like for the block. You cannot start and then you play all the balls in position 4. Okay? High balls attention, not too middle and strong. Good block. So if you want to destroy the hands, even if you go to the middle, he has a good hands, he do a lot. Because he was a disaster. I think he was like 20 years old, and I had to play the fingers at some point, because he was like opening high ball, and he was arriving, imagine this, and opening, he has no control. So he knows that at the beginning of the season, when he made 2 mistakes in a row, the physio, and he was going up like this, like so sad. He do like this, he put the thumbs together, and then the physio take the finger.
Like this?
Yeah.
That's
fine. That's fine. He has to go like this. He changed the face. He was super mad with me, like super mad. But he was practicing like this. He was going to cover, like going like this, and then going to the block. But I tell you, every time that he was going, he was hands, thumbs together for sure. And then he can touch one of the balls and say, come to me. Come to my office. Come to me. I pull the finger like this. I throw it and go play. And I tell you, after that, he was remembering. When next time he was high ball, he was not like this. Maybe not perfect, but he was not like this. He was like, you know that he was like really trying.
Do you make a plan with your setter? For example, you said like I don't want him. I know setting to 4 is the weakness of the defense, but I don't want you to do it in the beginning. because we want it for later in the set. So do you make like a plan how to play in the beginning and how to play in the end?
For that, I learn them free. I tell them, don't do it at the beginning, and then I let them find their moment. They need to find this moment. And this one is, I give a lot of freedom. But I tell them, it's not in rotation 2, that maybe this, because there is something important. Maybe this rotation 2 can be with my rotation 1, 6, 5, 4, 3. So this is a part, and then we pay a lot of attention on our rotation. The most important is our rotation, our players. And then, independent of my rotation, they have to know what is happening on the other side. Of course, don't do it from the beginning. If not, there is no surprise. Yeah, and this that is empty, this is exactly what we give to the center. We give a paper like this, or 2 papers like this. We give them, and then they have the players, and they have to tack. And then we meet together and we create together the game plan. Something about a bit of water, please. Water.
Yeah.
Any question about the game plan, the 3 game plan? I'm going to try to explain during the week. There is not everything because there is no morning practice there. Oh, thank you. I'm talking too much.
So you sit on a video with players for when, for how long?
It depends. I think that if you talk to one group, you can speak longer. If this is a libero, I'm going to tell you what to do in your position, you can be 30 minutes. Exactly. If you talk to everyone about everything, exactly. Because the moment that I say, they serve, and then middle disconnect, center disconnect. Then the center, when I say, no, because when the center is doing like this, then the middle awake, and then the receiver and opposite, what do you think? What do you think an opposite is thinking when I talk about the center hands? Is listening to the Homer Simpson. This is what they listen. That's why I believe that even by groups, it's written there, video by groups for all for the game plan before the game. Before to explain my week, the way I try to okay, it's not everything because here it's not written the time that I spend for my team in practice. This is more or less mainly thinking about what part of every day I pay attention to the game plan. Because if I am going to give the game plan, if we send the game plan sometimes before, but the game plan, as you see, sometimes we do 2 hours before the game. 2 hours before the game. How can I make my players understand the game and the game week Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Any question? And like this, I can
You will explain this? I have a question about this.
About what?
And then Tuesday it's written, send the video of opponent serving, negative. Serving negative, what does it mean?
This means the video that I use for my setters to watch the game plan. For
The word negative mean what?
Yeah, because what I said is that all rotation 1, when imagine Amnesweep is serving in rotation 1 negative. So it means that the other reception is double positive and positive.
I understand, okay. And the second question about
I didn't reach on Friday.
short side. Is, my team service reception short side Friday. The first thing is
short side out.
Short side out meaning what?
Yeah, this means that normally Friday I like to practice like short. It's
Okay,
so,
time of
yeah.
of it. Okay,
I do side out, but I don't do the side out like Thursday, Wednesday.
I understand. Thank you.
This is side out. Maybe I do 20 balls by rotation, or or some rotation front, rotation back. But our team, they like some. Normally I go to the center and say, you okay? You tell me when you finish. I say, hey coach, one more. Can we do rotation one? Say, rotation one. Then we go to rotation one. Keep maybe like we throw one ball, maybe one serve, or maybe one free ball, or maybe a high ball. Like this, the center can, they can set to the players.
Thank you.
So later I ask them a lot.
Thank you.
We have a weak teams that you don't, that say, okay, this week I give my players like a week off. This weak games, let's say, that you know that you're going to win easy, or you don't have to.
We have these games. The thing is that they start to feel, you know, when you had before, like a weak team, you play tighter. Because you relax. The thing is that the first step to relax, that they relax, is that we pull the handbrake. If my team is, my week is not like this, they feel it.
Okay, let's see my system.
They feel it. It's possible that I'm less, I give less info, I make short videos, but not giving is difficult because they can't relax.
No, I know they can invest, but maybe you do it on purpose. Okay, I don't want to hold them like this for 3 months in a row. I give them 1-2 weeks to relax, not to be motivated.
Sometimes what I do is I let my assistant coach be in charge. So for example, this week about game plan, I don't talk. It's my assistant coach who is in charge. It's not for me to relax because I work the same. It's like to give an assistant coach a little bit of importance and they listen a different person.
If you have 2 games a week, in the same week,
I focus only on the first.
but everything's shorter. You have less time, 2 or 3 days maybe.
I focus on one game, okay, normally the first.
You play Wednesday, for example, and then you have Saturday another game. You have just 2 days to prepare, or maybe 1 if you have a rest.
If I have this, normally I don't give the center the game plan for attack.
Okay.
Only for one, and I don't give them the paper. I give them, I finish for them.
Already
Two
prepared.
games in the same week with this system, you have no time. There is no way. So I take one as important. I give maybe I don't give the center this info, but the other one, for example, this one stay the same.
Okay.
Because we prepare, then we give it. But for sure, we have no time like to have like a long individual meeting. So we are here. Okay. So how do I use my Monday practice? In my Monday practice, normally I pay attention in my team. Normally Monday, Tuesday, I didn't want, but normally those 2 days, I pay attention my team mistake during the game. If we are weak in something, we have trouble in something, organization or tactics or technique, I pay attention on that, and I work really analytic technique exercise with individual objectives. So imagine I had a player attacking the line, he made some mistake, or he was not strong, or not really doing the points. Maybe I organize exercise for him to attack the line, and when he does the objective, then he finishes the practice. But normally Monday is a day to make correction of the game, mistakes, and individual and technique with others. Then we go Tuesday, where we give the papers, we give this paper to the center. We give this paper clean for them to fill in. And then we send the video of what we talked about before. We send the video for them, like this they can watch. What we do Wednesday? Wednesday we do free rotation with the opponent, and I will explain exactly how. And then we send the middle blocker the other center distribution by rotation. Okay? Like this, they can see rotation by rotation, how the other setter, what he does in every situation. Thursday, what we do Thursday? Thursday we do the other three rotation. I will explain now. And then we make a video with the middle talking about the setter. Video with them. And then we send the players with all the team, we send the videos of the attack, like we always said, videos of the attack and the videos of the opponent attack and set. To explain these two is that I'm using too much, right?
How long is the video that you send?
Normally it's like less than 20 minutes. Because all 6 rotations, normally every action is between 9 seconds, 9 seconds, 9, 10, 8 seconds every action. Because we cut really. In my middle, they are going to watch rotation 1. We don't see all the steps. We see after the exception. So normally the videos of every action is like 8, 10 seconds. Okay. I'm going to explain how we do that. Wednesday, we want to do opponent rotation 1, rotation 6, and rotation 5. So setter second line. What we do a normal warming up, can be something like social or coordination or prevention, then a short serve reception, and to warming up the attack, I take my players. Lucky that now we have in this club they have a big screen, but we have a television. And what I do is I do like this: number 6, number 7, libero, weight 6, Jovanovic was another one. This is P1. This rotation 1 is P1. Okay. Then, if I remember correctly, so this was the opposite, and the Hone was like this, and one short diagonal, and it was this rotation, and it was middle, and front. Okay? Yes? It was middle and front, and it was Ureña, number 10. 10 Ureña, that he was attacking mainly 5. He was attacking to 5. So opposite line, Hone, he was attacking the line, and this rotation was middle and front as distribution, with some pipe. I think maybe it was that 3. So what I do, I have something like this, or I have even a television or one screen. I paint this. So what I paint is this. I paint this area, you know, this thing here. I paint this in a whiteboard. I paint this. I take 10 seconds. I say rotation 1, Hone, Goldring, maybe pipe, Wesik, and Ureña. This rotation is middle and front, okay, and the direction and this one. 20 seconds, maybe. 20 seconds. Imagine that they know the opponent, okay? And with a television, with a television, okay, during the warming up, or during the practice, in the television, we watch 7, 8 times a video of this rotation. So I stop the practice, I say, guys, rotation 1, tac, 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 okay? Here, yes. And then the assistant coach, the computer, plays the play, and then here we watch 7, 8 balls of this rotation. So they watch, and after when they finish watching, they say, okay, go to the court, and they go for free in both sides, and they have to replicate this. So I put a team, our player, replicating rotation 1. So they are in center in position 1, opposite in position 4, blah, blah, blah. Then I toss some balls, tack, tack, tack. They have to be organized, they have to move, don't move, follow, don't follow. Then they all
Put the ball to the second team and
yeah. No, I put the ball to the, not first team and second team. They need to think about it. And then I toss some balls. I said, this rotation is bigger than 4. So if there is a middle, they have to jump. If there is a ball in position 4, they have to be there. So I cross ball, I repeat, okay, position for the line, I repeat what they have to do. They do like,
you're not working with the first team.
they are all mixed. Okay, even if the first team is repeated in the opponent, it's better for them to get it. Then they do 10, 20 balls that they use to warm it up. Water. They go with water, they drink some water, and then come back. Then I have everything prepared. Then we do rotation 6. Then I explain rotation 6 and say, guys, hold a second line, ball drinks in 4. We do that. We follow, we don't follow. Then this rotation is bigger than 4. Play the video. They go pam, 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 pam. We watch the video, replicate. Then we go all together, and I toss some ball. I say, follow, don't follow. Okay? Remember, don't follow. So they do everything, and they are making correction. And then we do like this, the 3 rotation, 1, 6, and 5, and maybe totally can be around 20 minutes, even with the stop of the water. The warming up is 15 minutes. The serve reception is 10 minutes. So, 2, 3, 4, in 45 minutes, I can do the warming up, some short serve reception, and the understand free rotation of the opponent. And then the rest of the hour and a half, if I practice 2 hours. The rest of the hour, 1 hour and a half, no, 1 hour and 50 minutes, then I use it for my team. Only for my team. And this 20 minutes for the opponent. And having this in 20 minutes on Wednesday, and then Thursday, having P4, P3, and P2, we do this stimulo and this stimulo, the over 20, I tell you, I stand again. And they repeat it. And we use it to warm it up and to get into the practice. And then I have 1 hour and 15 minutes to do whatever I want with my team. I want to side out, pass ball, or high ball, or counter-attack, or recycling, or opposite. It depends. It depends the day. Because what is written here is how I make my players understand the game plan. Because the game plan is not to do like this. Yeah, this is the game plan. Tomorrow we play at 6. I have to tell them, help them to understand the game plan.
Give yourself for Friday.
And then Friday, I have my team serve reception, a little bit of sign up for us, and I have a meeting with the setters to what is said. We go have a meeting with the setters, they come with the paper, I go with my paper, then we sit together, and then together with the arrows. And the thing is that when we finish in the same meeting, the assistant coach is writing everything, but not with my words, with their words. Like this, the game plan is not me who did it. We did it together. I can give you a paper, you can understand, but you write it. Once you did the paper, then change.
The day before the game, you go offense.
Sorry?
So you're working our offense the day before the game.
Exactly. And sometimes in this short setup,
Difference 2 days and half offense.
in this, because we do before the practice, like this, if we do the video before the practice, in this short side out, they have time to imagine, to practice more shoot, middle and back, or to play shoot and over, or to play more opposite. They have their moment to try to practice something that they are going to use the next day. And for the Saturday, normally we do recitals in the morning, we have a serve machine, we have Freddy machine. Like you have here, this Freddy, Okay, it's not global, but it works, eh? You go, it's a nice machine, and then we do the general meeting 2 hours before the game. 2 hours before the game. Sometimes I do even in the morning by groups. We finish practice in the morning, and then I take middle, and I go to the middle, center opposite, and I talk about the way, the positioning defense, and the way they block, and the recitals. Or I do it 2 hours before the game, and then the game. And this is the way I organize. Okay, this is an explanation about the Wednesday and Thursday. So I organize my Thursday, Friday thinking about what I explain now. So stop the practice, explain the rotation, watch the video, replicate. It's
During the week, you don't have a morning practice, only on Saturday. Again,
sorry, during the week?
during the week,
What happens?
Monday to Friday.
He's asking if
you
you
don't
have
have
morning
a morning
practice.
practice, only afternoon.
I have 2 morning practice. Two morning. Monday and Wednesday, I practice in the morning. I have all the evenings, and morning and Wednesday. Normally on Monday we do 1 hour and 30 technical part, then they go to the fitness. And Wednesday we do the same. We do technical part, hour and a half, they go to the fitness 1 hour, they are hot enough to not need to warm up, and then we do the practice of the evening. So we have all the evening plus 2 morning. What I do with these 2 morning, I used to play. Sometimes it's only fitness. And sometimes during the season it's like free. I can play with them.
Question, I assume that your games are in the evening.
My games,
Your game hour is in the evening.
always.
Always. How do you change if your lead games are, let's say, in the early afternoon?
What do you mean?
Like we have here in Israel, the Women League, they play on Friday noon or early afternoon, 12 or 1 o'clock.
Noon, it's meaning like
Midday.
1 o'clock.
siesta. Siesta.
Yes,
It's forbidden. I practice strong in the morning. My morning practice normally is I call first and second contact. So it's defense, reception, free ball, or setting high ball, or for the center. It's first and second contact. Normally I don't practice, the third contact, the attack.
No jumping.
Okay, normally no jumping. I try not to jump. In this case, if it's too soon, for example, if we are going to play a tournament or something, I'm going to play at 12 o'clock, I change my program. Normally the morning practice.
Every day. It's something else. Tournament you play almost every day. So it's different. I'm talking about the regular weekly plan. I'm talking Israeli Women League.
This regular, you have to change the time that you practice a day.
Because you won't practice the same hour of the game. But during the week, it's almost impossible to practice around those hours.
That's the thing.
Coach, we're gonna leave a few minutes for questions and want to finish at 3 o'clock. Okay?
Okay, yeah. If there is any question more than that today,
Okay.
I would have a small question, not about what you said, but about this reception, about the theme between the players. Let's say about it, yeah, about this area. What do you think about it?
I was exactly looking
Because a lot of service now they
okay, this is for the under 21 this is we talked about the objectives of the opponents, rules. they knew how they are going to play. Then they have to practice, okay? But at least they went back, I send the info, I send the...
This is we call it play.
Play.
This is what we call it.
Ah, yeah.
We try to, in our courses, coaches, to teach one playbook, you know, system.
We are going to do that.
Yeah.
Then you need practice and you need time for them to shoot. But this, the first day, before they go back, they knew that. Then the next day, we start to practice. But the reception, with 3 players, thinking of the reception we play with 3 players or with 2 plus 1. We want to hide somebody. In this case, you are free. All of them, they have the same responsibilities. What I give is the player on the line has 3 meters. And those 3 meters, he can be inside my system. Sometimes I say, you are going to be free. You'll be free. But be free inside my system. So, in my system, this player has 3 meters. And in those 3 meters, you stay where you want. We are going to watch different situations, but you take the position. This is the game, you take the position on the board. If you want to go front, then you go front, and then we sit, setting the ball. If you don't feel comfortable, okay, then during the game, you go back, and then you can be like this, or you can be like this, because we work 2 different legs front to make them feel comfortable. Okay? And then he knows he has 3 meters. In this case, the one at the diagonal need to have the diagonal on their back. But they can have the diagonal on their back in this side or in this side. Like this, they have inside the system, they have this little moment for them that they feel comfortable. Like this, or they feel comfortable like this. But they know that this diagonal is for them. And then the libero exactly in between. Okay? I will go there. I will reach. What happens if we play with a float serve, again from position 1, but we want to play reception float 2 plus 1. That we don't give 3 meters. Okay? We give this player 1 meter and a half. So if we give 1 meter and a half, we make this player at the diagonal leave the diagonal. So he steps to inside. And then we move.
And is that going forward a little bit?
Yeah.
Step back?
Huh?
Or that for his decision?
Yeah, it's their decision.
His decision to go
Exactly.
back.
It's like this one. Normally we play 2 plus 1. This player normally is super front. Normally. But he can be, if he's not comfortable, he can be there. And the service here is not solving the problem, he can go up. But he knows he has 1 meter and a half. Okay? And he knows that he's not going to receive from here, but he has to receive till here. Yes?
Wait. In this system, is there a difference for you if the setter is back row or front?
No.
No difference. Okay.
No, I don't do different. Next, what happens when the serve is coming from 5 and we receive 3? Exactly the same. This one is more useful. That this player has 3 meters. 3 meters for this player. He chooses. Then this player, sometimes I do something a bit different. Is that this player is forbidden, he can. Huh?
Frontal reception.
Yeah, only with the flop. Flop. Okay, reception flop. With this player, what I do is that he cannot step right. It's not allowed from his position. He can be at this diagonal. He can be any place in the diagonal. And at the beginning of the video, it's easy. You know, with the painting paper, yeah, I put on the floor, I put the line, and then I do like this. They have the line with the legs. I say, from this position, you can receive to your right, but you cannot step. Okay? Like this, we avoid that they have to step inside and they attack fast. Okay? If you have to step, then it's not you, then it's 6. That 6 is free to be here, in any position that they want. And the same, what we do when we do 2 plus 1, sorry, the next should be what we do If we do 2 plus 1 with this receiver, then we put it up, then he take more space, and then he can free the diagonal. Okay?
So on that one, you use a lateral reception, I believe,
Exactly.
right?
Lateral reception.
Yeah.
Always happen. What we do, that if the players that we are going to free, if we do 2 plus 1 is in position of reception and attack. What we do is that this diagonal is not for him. This diagonal is for this player. And this player has no 3 meters. This player has 4 meters. And inside their 4 meters, the same. He's free to be whatever he is. Okay? And then the same. Should be the same in the other side. And this is for the receptor, jump serve receptor. This is connected to the list. The priorities that we have for receivers with the jump serve reception. What I say, I don't like this. I should move this. This I call 90 centimeter. This is 90 centimeter. Why is 90 centimeter and it's not 1 more meter? Because if I tell my receiver that this is 90 centimeter, it's like a special, it's like our system. It's something like a philosophy that this 90 centimeter we don't receive. We don't receive this ball and we don't receive this ball. It's forbidden.
You said 9 or 90?
90. 90.
That was it.
Both sides.
Yeah, both sides.
The thing is that from this position, they can do like this and receive to this side. But if they have to do more than that, then they have to die. Then this is not a reception. This is a difference. This is a difference, and this is difference. And the responsibilities comes through this position. So anything from there, 6-1, if the ball is middle back, is for position 1. If the ball is middle and front, is for position 6. In this side, same. If the serve is middle in between and back, is for 6. In between and front is for position 5. And then we do like this. And this serve, then we defend. That this is not in conflict with the game plan. Okay? I will explain now. The same in the other side. Responsibilities are in this direction. In between, this is the big play, man. In between and back, this serve for this player, and this serve is for position 6. And the same, defense and defense.
You leave a little more space on the right. It's just a presentation.
See, sorry.
You should,
because you mean that he's too big, he's too much
these guys,
space, right?
it seems like it's a little
Yeah.
bit, but it depends on the space.
It's my fault.
No, so I understand. 90 centimeters.
I hate that, but like I said before, before I had like a space here, this you're right. It's like too big a space, but it's to get the
I understand.
okay?
But this is your base. If you see a player that had good serve on the line all the time, so you change. But this is the base.
With Goldring, for example, with Goldring, what we used to do is that we start in this position, and when he was tossing the ball, he was doing a good serve from not 6, sometimes 6-5.
5 and 6.
Yeah, like that. So there, 5-5, 5-6, super strong. So we start in the same position, it's like a choreography. When the player tosses the ball, then we do one step at the same time. And this step can be right, can be left,
Shift
or
right,
right.
shift left.
Exactly.
Where's the Carlos? No control. No.
Sometimes,
They don't cover. Both sides.
sometimes what we do is to add one more receiver. So if we are P1, in P1 we add opposite. Or we are P5, we can add the opposite on the other side. And sometimes in the same that we show, we can go from 4 receivers to show 4 receivers, and when Goldring tosses the ball, imagine, Goldring serve to 5. If I put the opposite here, gold ring is going to enjoy. No, and then we know it's exactly there. So what we do sometimes, we show the opposite. And we toss the ball, then we cover the opposite position. We play with that. But this is standard. Oh, this is about the block. System. I have a system for the calls and everything. But I tell you, this is my middle blocker. The first day, before to sleep, they go bed and they know that they have this, 2, 3, you know. If we play to this side, in position 4, if center opposite they jump, we go directly, or if we go individual, or if middle is following, and then the calls. Line close, line open, double line open, and the same for the attack. The center, before to go bed, they understand what is a call, this call, and this call is fixed. I have 3 positions that are fixed. Shoot, that is 2 meters inside. Fuss, that is 2 meters inside, and then the 1. And the 1 always is the reference with the center. Okay? But this call is always there. So if the center call 7 is not a distance with the center.
This is for the top.
This system is there.
For this. For the middle.
This is for the middle. For the pipe, next question. You see, because this red thing there and this red thing there is like 20 square inside of the net. Every square 10 centimeters. 3 balls in position 4, quick, super, and 5, alta, and then the pipe. That's why I move. Because the way I use the pipe is a distance with the center. So, pipe front is max, and pipe back is back. And the reference is always the center. And then we have a call that is pipe. That pipe is always in the center. So, for example, I can be like here, if I hear pipe, I send to the center. I can be here, for example, if I hear pipe, I send to the center. Back, these two, max, and back, it depends the center. If my center, if they hear max, it doesn't matter the position, if they hear max, they send front. And it doesn't matter the position. So missing the receivers, they have to choose when they call max. For example, if the center is here, and he hear max, then the center is here. Normally, when the center is here, they have to they need to hear back. They have to go back. Except for the difference, I will explain. For the opposite, for the subordinate difference, there's some punisher. One thing, have a punisher, have
Very interesting.
But I have one more question. Maybe you said I don't remember what position you play. I play middle.